So, I've got a question for you today. In a world where millionaires represent just 1.1% of the global population, and then just 8.8% of the total US population, how do a select few individuals manage to clearly beat the odds, rise to the top of their fields, and build wealth in the process? Well, at the core of their success lies their powerful perspectives on money, wealth generation, and life. These perspectives directly influence their actions and ultimately propel them towards success. Now, I believe that for the most part, everyone has the potential for greatness and the ability to build wealth. By examining the mindset of those who have successfully done it, we can then strive to incorporate their perspectives into our own lives. So, in this video, I'll discuss 11 powerful perspectives inspired by quotes of some of the wealthiest and most successful individuals to date. By replacing current deserving perspectives and implementing those that have been tried and tested to bring wealth and success to a few, you'll also be equipped with the foundation to truly transform your life. So, stick through to the end, as each of these points are equally important. By the end of this, we'll all be closer to unlocking our complete wealth mindset. Alright, it's going to be a powerful one. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited. Let's jump into it. Okay, so the first powerful perspective on the list is the constant investment in education and learning. Generally speaking, investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. Anything that improves your own talents, nobody can tax it or take it away from you. They can run up huge deficits and the dollar can become worth far less. You can have all kinds of things happen, but if you've got talent yourself and you've maximized your talent, you've got a tremendous asset that can return tenfold. So that quote was by the legendary investor Warren Buffett. He's a true testament to this and lived by his word, as his avid reading habit is well known, usually spending 80% of each day absorbing knowledge from books and other educational resources. He, like most successful, recognized the importance of continuous learning, which improved his investment acumen and decision making. Most of us, I'm sure, may have heard the saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. However, it's a common pitfall through ignorance, inaction, or just a reluctance to step outside of our comfort zones, which all hinder our personal and professional growth. It's also very easy to fall into the conventional mindsets of learning, as prescribed by school or university or your job requirements, without broadening your knowledge horizon as an investment in yourself. Now, it's evident that a commitment to lifelong learning is crucial, as this is a perspective seen across all successful individuals. So, set aside some time each week. In this time, look to acquire or refine a skill or gain knowledge in areas of interest. Look to embrace the challenges of learning something new as an opportunity to grow and as an investment in yourself. It's the same way Buffett transformed his approach to investing, by prioritizing education and lifelong learning. He adapted his investment strategy based on new information and insights, ultimately becoming one of the most successful investors in history. Who knows where a new skill, new knowledge, or talent can take you? A new business, new opportunities at work? Break out of your current mold, acknowledge the importance of learning, and eventually add more value. Learn more so you can earn more. Alright, so the next powerful perspective on the list is resilience in the face of adversity. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and this is why I succeed. Now, that quote was by arguably one of the greatest athletes of all time, Michael Jordan. When we think of Michael Jordan today, it's easy to acknowledge all of the success on and off the basketball court. However, he faced numerous challenges and setbacks throughout his personal life and his basketball career. At the core of his success, though, was his resilience in the face of adversity, which propelled him to 6 championship rings with the Chicago Bulls. It's the same perspective which allowed him to build one of the most iconic athleisure brands today, the Jordan brand. Imagine if Jordan gave up when he realized that his brother was a better athlete, or when he was first rejected from his high school team, or any of his playoff losses. He remained resilient in the face of constant adversity and used it as fuel to improve and to succeed. Quitting, though maybe the more comfortable route, usually never leads to your desired destination. There's no personal growth or discovery. So going forward, let's embrace failure as a natural part of the learning process. Let's use setbacks as opportunities to learn adapt, and come back stronger. Resilience is an inherent requirement for success. To be able to constantly push through the face of adversity and to eventually become a better, more improved version of yourself is what will allow you to succeed and ultimately build wealth in the process. Okay, so third on the list is the affinity for calculated risk-taking. The brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all. A quote that Richard Branson proclaims to live by, and lives by it for sure he does, as he's renowned for his daring adventures and entrepreneurial ventures, from launching Virgin Records to Virgin Atlantic Airways and Virgin Galactic. It's clear that Richard has, with many successful individuals, embraced taking calculated risks and acting on his innovative ideas, which propelled him to success in various industries. Now, through risk-taking, there's inherent failure, and Branson himself encountered these along the way. Have you ever heard of Virgin Cola, Virgin Cars, or Virgin Publishing? No? What about Virgin Clothing, or Virgin Brides? Most likely not, right? Well, life is about the shots that you make. It's about those that stick. And for most of us, it's easy to fall into the category of cautious. So, not necessarily content with life, but paralyzed by fear. By the fear of failure. By the fear of how others perceive us. Paralyzed by the what-ifs of life. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if? What if? And to be fair, it's natural for us to be pessimistic. Anthropological history points to us inheriting these traits from our ancestors as they were constantly on the lookout for predators and scanning for risks, effectively allowing us to survive to today. However, those of us who can push past our boundaries and mute the negative voices within are able to reap the rewards. So, you should embrace the balance of not just taking risk, but taking calculated risk. Now, we don't need to balloon across the world or jump off of a building in Las Vegas as Branson did, but we can all start small by taking calculated risk in areas of our life. Whether it's an opportunity to start a business or an idea at work to push your career forward, if you've got an idea, just embrace it. Lean into it and take action. As hockey legend Wayne Gretzky once said, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take." And this is one of the quotes that I personally live by. Look at the opportunities available to you and assess which of these allow for the greatest risk versus return in life. And go for it. You'll never know what the result will be unless you try it. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Okay, so number 4 on the list is embracing the entrepreneurial spirit. When something's important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. This quote was said in a 60 Minutes interview back in 2012 by none other than Elon Musk. And it wholesomely embodies the entrepreneurial spirit of daringly going with your gut and betting on yourself to just figure it out. Elon has become the modern poster child of entrepreneurship, acclaimed through his visionary leadership at companies like SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink. He pursues audacious goals such as colonizing Mars and transitioning to sustainable energy, driving innovation, and has repeatedly just bet on himself to figure it out. In that same 60 Minutes interview, he admitted that he entered the rocket business without knowing anything about rockets, not having built a rocket, nothing about rocket. And he poured $100 million of his personal fortune into the company.
People who've been in the rocketry business for decades, who say about you that you don't know what you don't know.
Well, I suppose that's true of anyone. How can anyone know what they don't know?
But when critics say you can't do this, your answer to them is,
we've done it.
You see, the entrepreneurial spirit is forged through the perspectives of investing in education and continual learning, taking calculated risks, and resilience through adversity. And with the common pitfalls I've explained earlier in relation to the adverse perspectives of these, such as education stagnation, complacency, fear of failure, many individuals miss out on pursuing their passions or doing what they may deem important for their own life. Ironic though, as embracing the entrepreneurial spirit is the only way to get to the other levels of your life. It's the only way you can level up. It forces you to be self-aware enough of your current position and to take all actions to get to your desired outcome. It forces you to learn when you don't know, and to assess your options, and to take decisive actions and to iteratively improve through your resilience, regardless of your failures and setbacks. I mean, just look at the setbacks that Elon has endured, right? So, early struggles with PayPal, rocket failures at SpaceX, including 3 consecutive failed launches, Tesla Model X production delays, Model S fires, legal issues, etc., etc. Through all of this, he kept embracing the entrepreneurial spirit. So as a first step, actively seek to be more entrepreneurial. At work, try to do more. Learn more and add more value. And take time to explore your side projects and hobbies that align with your interests. Gradually invest more time and energy into ventures that could potentially evolve to entrepreneurial opportunities. And if you've got an idea, just go for it. Entrepreneurs shape the world. Embrace the entrepreneurial spirit to add value and unlock wealth through reciprocation. Alright, so number 5 on the list is having multiple streams of income. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, so let me handle my bit. Lyrics by one of the greatest artists of all time, Jay-Z. Just in these few lines, Jay-Z highlights a powerful perspective of not only embracing business, but recognizing the power of personal branding and the multiple income streams which can be reaped when executed well. Now, Jay-Z understood the importance of financial diversification through multiple income streams in building long-term wealth. And he diversified his income streams beyond music sales by investing in various ventures, starting his own music streaming service, Tidal, starting a sports agency, becoming a part owner of the Brooklyn Nets basketball team, investing in clothing lines such as Rockaware, Billionaires Boys Club, Trapstar, as well as a chain of sports bars called 4040 Club. Effectively, he's become the poster child for not solely relying on your day job, which for him is music, and leveraging your knowledge, experience to build a brand and explore avenues which diversify your income. Now, it is clear that relying solely on a single income stream can leave us vulnerable to financial instability during unexpected events. The downsides aside, relying solely on one income stream stunts our potential to grow, not only as a person but our wealth. That being said, branching off into uncharted new avenues and breaking out of our comfort zones and routine requires you to embrace the entrepreneurial spirit. In Jay-Z's story, that's him proving the doubters wrong, starting his own record label after being rejected by major record labels, establishing his name through resilience and eventually diversifying his income. So have a think. How can you diversify your income? What are the additional streams which you can explore? Use your knowledge, educate, freelance, create a business. Aim to build financial resilience through multiple streams of income. Financial diversification through multiple streams of income blunt the downsides of financial shocks while unlocking infinite wealth building potential. Okay, so over halfway through these now. The next powerful perspective is having clear long-term visions and taking decisive short-term actions. We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. Don't let yourself be lulled into inaction. This quote was said by none other than Bill Gates. In Gates' case, he co-founded Microsoft in 1975 with a long-term vision of putting a computer on every desk and in every home. In earlier years, technological advancements might have seemed incremental. Now, we can't imagine a world without computers as they've become an integral part of our lives and have revolutionized society. Let's take a deeper look at this quote again, as there's huge perspective shifting potential here. So, the first part addresses the common pitfall of unrealistic timelines when it comes to goal setting, right? So this is evident where people tend to think that they can master a new language, a new profession in a shorter time than realistically achievable. And this is usually down to not properly assessing the requirements or the time taken to achieve these goals. I mean, just think of it. No one is entrusted to walk into the captain's chair and pilot an international flight after 2 years of YouTube videos, right? The same for a cardiologist doing open heart surgery. Now, with these examples, it's clear that change and achieving goals take time, but most people get discouraged in the journey of learning without acknowledging the time required. The second part of the quote then addresses not only the tendency for people to not acknowledge how much change they can actually effect if they stick to their long-term goals, but the lack of most people in having goals to shoot for in the first place. And it's clear that manifestation is the combination of short-term actions driven in the direction of a long-term vision. The last part of the quote is a reminder that without assessing your actions, there's no progression towards your visions. So, we should embrace a forward-thinking mindset and recognize that real, lasting change often takes time. We should make decisions with the understanding of their potential long-term impacts and whether these align with our long-term visions. We should then regularly reassess the goals that we have and adapt our strategies to align with a vision for sustained success over the years. Have a vision, break down your vision into short-term goals, then take action. It is the only way to manifest wealth. Alright, so number 7 on the list is jointly the embracement of network building and personal branding. So, 2 quotes to explore these perspectives. I always look for opportunities to learn from others and surround myself with talented people. Networking isn't about who you know, it's about who knows you and what you bring to the table. This is another perspective highlighted by the entrepreneur extraordinaire, Elon Musk. As we've touched on earlier, he's the visionary behind SpaceX, Tesla, and other groundbreaking ventures. Now, from Elon's words himself, there's no telling that his success is in part due to the network that he's built, right? So his influence spans across industries, sectors, and in fact, he leads the way in most of these industries. The only way to make this a reality is he had to actively seek out opportunities to connect with experts or thought leaders or other innovators across these various industries. And by doing so, he then has the opportunity to exchange ideas and collaborate on transformative projects. Before we further explore this, let's move on to the next quote. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Words said by another wealthy entrepreneur, Jeff Bezos, who's the founder of Amazon. These words epitomize the importance of personal branding and the effect that it has on your personal and professional relationships. In Bezos' case, the ability to scale and maintain his business to be market leading across e-commerce and the technology industries required him to actively work on himself and to develop notable qualities such as visionary leadership, integrity, and innovation. These qualities effectively encompass his personal brand and contributes to building trust, credibility, and influence within his network. It is on his brand which valuable relationships are made, and then these drive positive outcomes towards business and professional success. We can now see how network building is founded on great personal branding and ultimately leads to success. How people view you, as Bezos highlighted, and what you bring to the table enables you to offer in a value exchange, allowing for more opportunities to learn, as Elon said, and expand your knowledge and influence. This is in contrast to many who lack the confidence and/or the initiative to nurture professional relationship. Unfortunately, limited networking and relationship building can hinder your career growth and future business opportunities. A lack of confidence in networking is driven in part by a lack of self-development and personal branding. In the book Never Eat Alone, a recommended read for relationship building and networking, the author Keith Ferrazzi writes in reference to the powerful branding of the swoosh now being attributed to Nike. In the book he writes, within a network, your brand can do something similar. It establishes your worth. It takes your mission and content and broadcasts it to the world. It articulates what you have to offer, why you're unique, and gives a distinct reason for others to connect with you. So, try to actively seek out opportunities to connect with professionals in your current field or fields of interest. Invest time and effort in nurturing your professional network and try to build strong and meaningful relationships which allow you to offer and receive value. Refine your strengths, address your weaknesses, build your brand, build your network, grow your wealth. Your network is truly your net worth. Okay, so next on the list and directly relating to money is ensuring financial literacy. So I've got 2 quotes for you. Both of them are from the same author. Financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and work for it. The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth in what seems to be an instant. These 2 quotes are from the famous author Robert Kiyosaki, well known for his book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which advocates for financial literacy, financial independence, and building wealth. Now, I've paired these 2 quotes together as they portray the powerful perspective of financial literacy, and it highlights the potential for all to attain financial freedom and wealth through learning about finance. Now, a key theme in Robert's teachings address how the lack of financial literacy can result in poor money management, leading to stress and uncertainty. By neglecting personal financial education and relying solely on conventional wisdom and advice from others may often lead to making poor financial decisions which are not aligned to clear financial goals. As has been highlighted earlier, education is an important factor for building wealth. And the same is true for financial education. And it's simple. Without clear financial goals, we'll keep making ill-informed decisions about our money. So try to invest time in learning about personal finance. And you can start with the basics like budgeting, savings, tax. A few of my favorite books are The Psychology of Money, The Richest Man in Babylon, The Total Money Makeover, and Rich Dad Poor Dad. Lack of understanding leads to lack of ownership. Learn more about money, own more money, and build wealth. All right, number 9 on the list is the recognition that health is truly wealth. So I've got 3 quotes here for you by some of the most wealthy businessmen. I seriously doubt I would have been as successful in my career and happy in my personal life if I hadn't always placed importance on my health and fitness. That's by Richard Branson. Staying in shape is very important. Doing anything well requires energy, and you just have a lot more energy when you're fit. That is by Mark Zuckerberg. I'll find a way to get a workout done. I think it reflects how relentless I can be in the business world as well. And that is by Mark Cuban, the American businessman. Now, these highlight the powerful perspective of a focus on health and fitness for many successful individuals. To then add to these examples, arguably the wealthiest man in American history, John D. Rockefeller, was known to be a health and fitness fanatic. Despite their demanding leadership positions, usually requiring long working hours and is accompanied by stressful challenges, it is clear that for these examples, health remains a priority. In fact, focusing on their fitness and participating in routine exercise allows them to not only remain healthy, but admittedly allows them to perform at their best in their careers. Now, it's unfortunate that what should be seen as the most important aspect of our lives is seen as an afterthought to many, right? So I know with our busy schedules, demanding lives, it can all seem like there's just not enough time. However, let's be honest, there's always enough time, it's just down to priorities. If the most successful can find the time considering their demanding lives, and if we want to tap into the same wealth mindset that they have, we just have to find the time to exercise. We just have to find the time to be healthy. So to overcome this, start by reframing your mindset around exercise. So recognize that it's an essential investment in your health and productivity. Try to set realistic health goals and establish an exercise routine that aligns with your schedule. Where you can, incorporate activities which you find enjoyable. And you can also look to have a network of people that can keep you motivated along your health journey. Habits maketh man. Focus on your health, create an exercise habit. Leverage the clarity, focus, and creativity rewarded through consistent exercise and clean nutrition to build wealth. All right, number 10 on the list is time mastery. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. This quote was by the visionary entrepreneur and co-founder of Apple, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is well known for his relentless drive towards innovation and perfectionism. Through these words, we get a peek inside of his mindset, which clearly shows how much he valued his time. And in today's digital and information age, ironically partly due to Jobs' own time mastery, we now live in a world filled with distractions. So phone notifications, broadcasted opinions, the distractions which leak time are never ending. To Jobs' own words also, many fall into the trap of living someone else's life by trying to please others, chasing goals which don't align necessarily with theirs, and being engulfed in other people's lives rather than focusing on their own life. Imagine if we had a counter which showed a monetary deduction for the amount of time that we spent on activities which don't align with our long-term goals. Possibly then, we would see that time is actually equal to money. It really just comes down to awareness, so like setting your boundaries, identifying your goals and your priorities, and understanding where time is being leaked, as opposed to taking active steps towards your priorities. So start with a week. Try to be more aware of where you're losing time and optimize your schedule. Try to cut out all distractions and focus on just yourself. A master of time is a master of self. Manage your time to allow you to invest in yourself and your projects to build your wealth. All right, we're near the end. We've come to the last perspective, definitely not the least, as it directly relates to the topic of discussion. The most successful have the ability to shift their perspectives. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. That quote, ladies and gentlemen, was from Oprah Winfrey, the media mogul and entrepreneur who managed to escape poverty and an early life marred with difficulties to become a billionaire. Her quote exemplifies the transformative power of changing your life by simply changing your attitude and then your perspectives. Changing your perspectives allow you to let go of your old self, embrace new ideas, see the bigger picture, and ultimately grow. And it's definitely not easy though. Many of us become stuck hanging on to deserving perspectives, trapped in our past traumas with a fixed mindset, or with limiting self-beliefs. And the known will usually be more comfortable than the unknown. It just usually is. Even sometimes when the known just doesn't serve us. To change yourself and your mindset requires you to face yourself, face your past, reflect, and self-develop. And changing your perspective is not only about your past, right? It's about embracing new information which challenges your current views or your current ideas, and challenges your ideas of the people around you. And then, by extension, life itself. So it's your ideas, it's the people around you, and then it's life. Then when you've done that, it's about embracing the truth to form a new worldview and new self-views which allow you to grow as a person and grow in awareness of the world around you. Let go of your self-limiting ideologies, embrace new information, constantly challenge your current perspectives. New perspectives bring new levels in life. Build wealth by completing the new levels you've unlocked. So, there you have it. 11 transformative perspectives which can truly create the future that you want for yourself and allow you to build wealth. Now, I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please kindly share it with someone else who you think will get some value from the video as well. And just let me know in the comments, which perspective do you think would be most impactful to your life? All right, thanks for your time again, and hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.